Good morning, my dear students. So far, what we have studied is the 20-year road plans. First year 20-year road plans, second 20-year road plans, third 20-year road plans, fourth 20-year road plans. That's okay. So, what are the things has been planned and what are the objectives of those 20-year road plans, and how it has been executed, how much it has been achieved. These things we have studied. Okay, now today in this video lecture we'll study about the remaining part of that one. That is, there are various schemes has been implemented along with this 20-year road plans. Those we'll study here. The first one is in that is Pradhana Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, so PMGSY. So I think you all are familiar with this word, that is Pradhana Mantri Gramin Sadak Yojana. It has been implemented by the Atal Bihari Vajpayee when the Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the Prime Minister. At that time, this has been implemented. Okay, the main points of this Pradhan Mantri we'll discuss here. The Government of India launched in December 2000 the program of village connectivity known as Pradhan Mantri Gramina Sadak Yojana, with the objective of connecting all unconnected habitations having population of 500 and above with all weather roads. The objective of this PMGSY is to connect the rural or villages with having population more than 500. With the population having more than 500, these villages has to be connected with the all weather types of road. Weather types of road means I think I have in the last video lecture also I have explained the weather type is the one which is having it is what we call the soil only that has only compacted and made the it's like a road for the movement of the vehicles. Okay, there is no use of asphalt road or anything for that. It has been compacted by putting the subbase and the morum and making it is available for the movement of the vehicles. Okay, this Pradhan Mantri has been launched in the year December 2000. The scheme has been launched in the year December 2000. The population threshold is relaxed to 250 in case of hills, tribal and desert areas. That means that whatever they are planning, that the population above 500, the villages which are having the population above 500, they are going to connect, so that they are giving the relaxation in case of hills tribals. Okay, in hilly areas there will not more than not much people are going to live in that area, so for them also they need to connect. So for that they are given a relaxation that the villages which in hilly areas, the villages with the population having more than 50 can be connected. Okay, and in departure from earlier program of rural development, the PMJSY is 100% funded program of the central government. So in the previous thing we have discussed in the scheme 20-year road plans, that is also been the fund of the central government, but in some cases in construction of national highways and various transportation system, there will be funding of the central government and the state government as well as the private sector, private body. But in PMGSY, that is Pradhan Mantri Gramin Sadak Yojana, in this the fund is completely from the central government. The Ministry of Rural Development has been entrusted with the task of implementing this program. This task has been implemented by whom? The Ministry of Rural Development. Okay, the National Rural Development Agency NRRDA, an arm of the ministry, provides management and technical support to the program. So Ministry of Rural Development has going to take this task for the implementation of the program, but the National Rural Development Agency is going to take in the management and providing the technical support for to the MORD. Okay, jointly they are going to execute this process. The Ministry of Rural Development has already brought out the dedicated specification for rural road and standard data book with the support of Indian Road Congress, that is IRC. This has helped in setting national standards and specification for rural roads at national level for uniform implementation at local level, duly taking into account different terrain, soil and traffic condition in it. Okay, the we know that the IRC, the Indian Road Congress, what is the main role of Road Congress is to set the specification for the roads and to provide the quality of road. So, if to what are the things to be used in construction of the roads, the quality of the materials, and based on the did the classification. Okay, so based on various classification for national highway, what should be the quality, what should be the width, what should be the drainage or camber, what should be curb. So all these things specification has been given by the IRC. Okay, so in case of rural road also, they are categorizing in the rural roads, paved roads, unpaved roads based on the conditions. Okay, so for those roads also they are given the specification how we should construct those roads, isn't it? So that all those things has been given by the IRC. Okay, IRC body is technically supporting the our road system, that is road transport system, and also it gives the specifications. As per the current guidelines, the PMGSY covers all habitations above 500 populations to be provided with all weather rural roads. In case of hills, deserts and tribal areas, threshold is relaxed and over habitation above 250. So as per current guidelines, the what the PMJSY, so it has been started in the year 2000. So as of now, it has covers habitations or villages which having more than 500 population. It has been connected, and also and with the in the hilly areas and desert areas with the population more than 250 has also been connected. It is estimated that about 1.79 lakh unconnected habitations need to be taken up under PMGSY program. Means there are still 1.79 lakh of unconnected habitations. Means this much of the road need to be connected under PMGSY. This would involve new construction in the length of about 3 3,75,000 km at an estimated cost of 78,000 crores, and the improvements of 3,72,000 km at an estimated cost of rupees 59,000 crores. Okay, what the PMJSY has taken up the project is, so they are going to construct a road length of 3,75,000 with the cost of 78,000 crores, and the existing roads there is a improvement is needed, that the length of that road is 3,72,000 kilometers. For that there is expenditure or a project cost of 59,000 crores are going to be projected. Up to the end of the December 2006, a total of about 83,000 habitations have been covered, and rural road works for an amount of rupees 38,387 crores have been sanctioned. In the year 2006 December, a total of 83 habitations have been covered. Okay, that much villages has been covered, and rural road works for an amount of 38,387 crores has been sanctioned. For that, this much amount has been utilized. Next, National Highway Development of National Highway Authority of India (NHAI). The National Highway Authority of India was constituted by an Act of Parliament, the National Highway Authority of India Act in 1988. So, in the year 1988, act has been uh, registered, that is National Highway Authority of India Act. Okay, it is responsible for the development, maintenance, and management of national highways, entrance entrusted to it, and all matters connected or incidentally thereto. Okay, it is the National Highway Authority of India is going to take a responsibility of the whatever the highways we have, national highways, the maintenance of those highways as well as the construction and the execution process. They are going to provide the technical support, this NHAI. Okay, this agency is going to provide the support, and it takes an part in maintenance of the national highways. Okay, the authority was operational in February 1995 with the appointment of full-time chairman and other members. National Highway Authority of India is mandated to implement National Highways Development Project, which is India's largest ever highway project, and world-class roads with uninterrupted traffic flow. Okay, this National Highway Authority of India is mandated to implement National Highway Development projects. This NHAI only has implemented NHDP. Okay, and which is aiming that India's largest ever highway projects and world-class roads uninterrupted traffic flow. So they want to provide a uninterrupted traffic flow services on those roads. The national highways have a total length of 71,772 km to serve as the arterial network of the country. The development of national highways is the responsibility of the Government of India. The Government of India has launched major initiative to upgrade and strengthen national highways through various phases of National Highways Development Project, which are briefly as under. Our national highway total length is about 71,772 km and serve as a arterial network for the country. This is throughout the country. Okay, the network of this road is 71,772 km, and they are implemented in a phase-wise national in the development project, that is NSDP phase 1. NSDP phase 1 was approved by Cabinet Committee 1 Economic Affairs in December 2000 at an estimated cost of rupees 30,000 crore, comprises mostly of Golden Quadrilateral portion of the NSEW corridors and connectivity of the major ports to the national highway. This Golden Quadrilateral, it is between Chennai, Kolkata, Mumbai, and Delhi and Mumbai. Golden Quadrilateral is between Chennai, Kolkata, Delhi, and Mumbai. Why we are going to call it as a Golden Quadrilateral? It is the road or the connectivity, the cities, what the Delhi, Kolkata, Mumbai, and Chennai. The connectivity is in the shape of quadrilateral. Okay, it is in the shape of quadrilateral. So that's the reason it has given the name as Golden Quadrilateral. Okay, the National Highway Development project phase 1, in the phase 1 only this Golden Quadrilateral has been taken. Okay, in that it is in the year December 2000 with an estimated cost of rupees 30,000 crores. Okay, The Golden East Highway network connecting many of the major industrial, agricultural, cultural centers of India. A quadrilateral of sorts is formed by connecting Chennai, Kolkata, Delhi, Mumbai, the largest highway project in India and the fifth longest in the world, was launched in the 2001 by the Prime Minister of India, Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Okay, this Golden Quadrilateral was India's longest highway project, and it is the fifth in the world, and first in India. Okay, longest. Okay, it has been launched by the Prime Minister of India, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, in the year 2001, and was completed in the year 2012. So here, this Golden Quadrilateral is helpful for the development of the agricultural, industrial, and cultural centers of the India. Okay, this the cultural also, the various cultural between these cities, isn't it? So, and it is helpful for the development of the industries. Okay, there is easy movement between these major cities, so that there will be development in the industries as well as the agricultural development. uh, so and it consists of building 5846 kilometer 4 or 6 lane express highway at a cost of rupees 600 billion. Okay, so this comprises of, it is either 4 lane or some in case it and some at some places it is 6 lane also. At some place it is 4 lanes, at some place it is 6 lanes. Okay, it is having the length of 5846 kilometer, and this project has been completed, or this project has an estimated cost of rupees 6000 billions. Now, National Highway Development Project Phase 2. Okay, in this was approved by the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs in December 2003 at an estimated cost of rupees 34,339 crores. These prices are as per 2002 SRH. Comprises mostly north, south, east, west corridors. North, south, east, west corridors of 4 6-lane expressways connecting Srinagar in the north and Kanyakumari in the south, Porbandar in the west, and Silchar in the east, and other national highway of 486 km length, the total length being 6,647. This National Highway Development Project Phase 2. In the Phase 2, it is started in the year December 2003 with the estimated cost of 34,339. It is going to connect between the Srinagar, Kanyakumari, Srinagar in the north, Kanyakumari in the south, Porbandar in the west, and Silchar in the east. Means throughout the length of the India, Srinagar in the north. Okay, so you can imagine where is the Srinagar in the north, and Kanyakumari in the south, Kanyakumari directly in the bottom, and Porbandar in the west, in the west of our India, that is Porbandar, and east in the Silchar. Okay, so this much distance they have covered in the National Highway Development Phase 2. These roads are of 6 lanes expressways, or 4 or 6 lane expressways, and the total length is 6,647 kilometers. This is in the Phase 2. In the Phase 3, government approved on March 2005 upgradation and 4 laning of 4,035 km of national highways. Okay, how much it is? In the phase 3, what they did is, whatever the existing road there, they are upgrading that road, that 4 laning of that road, that is the length is 4035 kilometers of the national highway, on build operate transfer basis at an estimated cost of rupees 22,207 crores. Rupees 22,207 crores has been estimated for this development of this national highway for the length of 4035 km. Government approved in April 2007 upgradation and 4 laning at 8074 km at an estimated cost of 54,339 crores. There is two upgradation here. One is 4035 km and one more is 8075 km, including the first one. Here it is upgrading to the 4 laning, the whatever the state highways and national highways having are there. So for those roads only they are doing the upgradation to the 4 laning road, 4 laning national highway. Okay, the estimated cost for that is 54,339 crore as per 2004 SR rate. This has been carried out in a national highway development project in the phase 3. NHDP phase 5. It has approved in October 2006 for 6 laning of 6,500 km of existing lane highways under NSDP phase 5 on design, build, finance, operate, transfer basis. 6 laning of 6,500 km includes 5,007 km of golden quadrilateral and other stretches. So after this phase, national phase 3 and phase 4, this NSDP is doing the development work. So almost all in those areas, in the PMGSY we can call it as, or in 20-year road plans, almost all are, and also in NSDP 1 and NSDP 2, almost all they have reached throughout the country whatever they have targeted, and now thereafter they are developing the roads, whatever the roads they have been constructed, their development work has been started in a phase 4 and a phase 5. In the phase 5, the whatever the 4-lane highways is there, that lanes has been converting for the 6 lanes, that is up to 6,500 kilometers. So mainly they are targeted for the golden quadrilateral project what it has having. So this 6,500 kilometer is the length of the golden quadrilateral plus the additional work. The length of golden quadrilateral is how much it is, golden quadrilateral length, they are not mentioned here. I will let you know. The length of this golden quadrilateral. So this in phase 5, including this golden quadrilateral length also and addition, this totally the 6,500 kilometers of development work has been carried out in a phase 5. And in phase 6, it has approved in November 2006 for 1,000 km of expressways at an estimated cost of 16,680 crores. In the again phase 6, they have started the development of, they are taken for the road length of 1,000 kilometers and making it as expressways with the cost of 16,000 crores. Again in the phase 7, again it has approved in the December 2007 for 700 km of ring roads, bypasses, flyovers to avoid traffic bottlenecks on selected stretches at an estimated cost of rupees 16,000 crores, again 16,680 crores. So in the phase 7, they are majorly taken in the phase 6. Phase 5 and phase 6, again they have covered the whatever they have constructed the highways, they have did the development work for those works, but in the phase 7, at that point of time there is a difficulty for the bypasses, and also for the due to the traffic there is a requirement of ring roads and flyovers and also the bypasses. So in the phase 7 they are started implementing the construction of these things with the length of 700 kilometers, and the project cost is around 16,680 crores. More an FX organization under the central government is entrusted with the task of formulating and administrating in consultation with other central ministers, departments, state government, UT administration, organization and individuals, policies for road transport, national highways and transport research with the view of increasing the mobility and efficiency of the road transport system in the country. The ministry has two wings. Road wings deals with development and maintenance of the national highway in the country, and the main responsibility of this MORTH is the planning, development and maintenance of the national highways in the country, and extends technical and financial support to the state government for the development of state roads and the roads of interstate connectivity and economic importance. Okay, and it evolves a standard specification for roads bridges in the country. The main responsibility of this MORTH is it helps in supporting for the planning, development and maintenance of the national highways in the country. However, the NHAI is doing the same work. This MORTH is also held supporting to the NHAI in that work, and also extending technical and financial support to the state governments. Serves as a repository of technical knowledge on the roads and the bridges. Karnataka State Highway Improvement Project KSHIP. So if we come to our Karnataka, the state government has also made one body, that is Karnataka State Highway Improvement Project KSHIP. You can see the roads which are been constructed. If it is constructed with the Karnataka state, it has been in milestones. Here they are rating that KSHIP. If it is of NHAI, they are written it as NHAI. Okay, you can see the boards, name boards. If it is constructed by the state government, they are going to write it as a KSHIP. It is an initiative of Public Works Department of the Government of Karnataka for improvement of road network of the state with the World Bank assistance. The Public Works the PWD, Public Works Department, carried out strategic option study during 1996 on a road network of 13,362 kilometers comprising state highways and major district roads, and study identified 2,888 kilometers of roads for prioritized improvements. This KSHIP is initiative of PWD works in the government of Karnataka for improvement of the road works. The PWD Public Work Department, this is majorly carrying the road works. Whatever the road works which is going to take place in Karnataka is under the PWD. Okay, the KSHIP is taking the initiative to the PWD works, and they have carried out a strategic study on road network of 13,362 km. It consists of state highway, major district road, and the study identified 2,882 km of roads of prioritized improvements. Means this much of the roads need to be get implemented in the Karnataka. The World Bank has extended technical assistance loan of US dollar, that is 3.2 million, for project preparation through the Department of Economic Affairs of Ministry of Finance, Government of India, for taking up the project, coordinating consultancy services to investigate and prepare detailed project report on 2,808 kilometers and institutional development strategy. Okay, the World Bank has extended a loan, that is in terms of US dollar 3.2 million for the project preparation and execution. Again, that KSHIP has been one more thing has been implemented, that is Karnataka Rural Development Corporation, KRDCL. It was incorporated on 21st July 1999 as wholly owned Government of Karnataka company as per the provisions of the Company Act 1956. So this we'll study in a later class. Okay, so far what we studied is today's video lecture. What we have studied? We have studied the PMGSY and National Development Project NSDP phases, various phases, phase 1 to phase 7. What are the things has been carried out from phase 1 to the phase 7? How the things has been implemented, and what is the main role of PMGSY, how the works has been carried out in the PMGSY, and also state government is having KSHIP. What is the work of the KSHIP? What is the role of PWD and KSHIP in a state road development authority? These things we have studied in the today's class, isn't it? Okay, if you are having doubts in this regard, you can ask me. So the next class will start with the numericals. Okay.